If you're thinking about getting a Ford Tremor, I think the only way to go is the Platinum. But if you're on a budget, definitely do not go with the Platinum Tremor. I did borrow this truck from Larry H. Miller's Super Ford in Salt Lake City. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see all the options on this build, and then I'll show you the pricing. Here are all the specs at the very top and colors. Short listing for the standard equipment. And here are all the options. So this one's pretty decked out. High output power stroke. This one has the gooseneck hitch kit, which is the ball. And then all-weather floor mats with carpet mats. Tremor package was $4,400. Vehicle safe. And engine block heater. Moonroof, which is the twin panel. Fifth wheel prep package. Wheel well liners front and rear. Tough bed. And it has the winch. Now it's not installed, but it does get installed here at the dealership. Destination comes in at $1995 with a total price of $105,525. Full disclosure, I think I would skip the Tremor package and that winch 100%. It's just a lot of money for me, and I don't think you're gonna get a lot of residual value out of those things, especially the winch. But on the front end of this truck, you have this satin finish on the grille with the accents being the same. Now this trim piece here is all finished in like bright chrome. Forward-facing camera, and with the Platinum you get these LED projector style headlights. They look really nice, and you get projector style fog lights, more satin on this finish. Normally this is like in like plastic on the lower trim levels. Front parking sensors, chrome recovery hooks. Down below here you guys can see they do shorten the valance compared to the regular Super Duties. If I did not get the Tremor package, I would definitely add this because it looks so much nicer. You are going to take a hit on fuel economy though. And they do stamp Super Duty in the hood. Really nice design. Now off to the side, 18-inch wheels wrapped in 35 tire. Now really quickly, let me step back so you guys can see the stance. The stance is mean. 2-inch lift on the front, and they do lift the rear slightly. These tires are going to be a 285/75/18. It's an LT tire, so it has 4,080 pounds of capacity at 80 psi. Now these tires are 34.8 inches tall, and they're 11.2 inches wide. So they're pretty tall, but they're not as wide as the ones on my AT4X, which you see right there. By the way, I did a comparison with these two trucks that will be coming soon. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Now on the side, there's a lot of chrome on this truck. And that's probably the only downside to the Platinum. You cannot black it out. So you have chrome on this badge right there. It says Platinum there. On your mirror caps, under the windows, and on your door handle. So a lot of chrome going on. Whoever built this truck, I commend you. You added the high clearance steps, which make this truck look so much meaner too, and you get to work out your glutes. Tremors do come with off-road tuned suspension, and it do say Tremor on the side of those shock absorbers, solid front axle, and you do have a LSD up front, which is limited slip differential. Now you guys can probably tell on the wheels, the caps are not on there because the truck is not PDI'd yet, but I want to do a quick video on it. But yeah, you guys can see that chrome a little bit better. On the side there, you have that high output power stroke badge right there. Side steps, and the standard bed, you're gonna have a 34-gallon fuel tank, 7.4-gallon DEF. And both of those tanks are high flow too. So if you go to a truck stop, you can fill up there. Here's your rear suspension. You have 4 leads in the main pack with the overload. And notice how they actually bent this leaf too, by the way. Interesting, I never noticed that in the past. It's kind of bent compared to the ones I've seen in the past. E-coated frame, you can see the fifth wheel prep package, and then there's that wheel well liner out back. Out back you do have your steps, and with the Platinum only and the Limited, you get the full LED lights. You have your blind spot monitoring built into here too. Parking sensors, class 5 receiving hitch. This truck does have a 355 rear, and it's a locker. Full size spare tire. And then you have this applique right here. I don't mind this on the lighter colors, but on the darker ones, it's not as nice. LED lights for license plate, and this is going to be a power tailgate. You have the sonar built on the top with the backup camera, so when it's down, it still works. You have your step here with the handle. There's your fifth wheel prep package. You have your 7 and 12 pin. Bed lights can be turned on from inside the bed. 2,000 watts of power in the bed too. I think Ford definitely wins back here, 100%. And here's your exhaust tips for the diesel. Now let's go ahead and quickly talk about that high output power stroke. Most people are going to pick the diesel simply because of the power. 500 horsepower, 1,200 pound-feet of torque. You can't beat that. You cannot get the standard output power stroke, but you still can get the gas engine, which is a 7.3. 10-speed transmission known as a 10R140. This still uses a CP4 fuel pump, and the cooling on this engine is insane. I did a video with them replacing one of these engines, and I wish you guys could have seen the amount of coolant that came out of that engine, guys. Oh, by the way, there's a cap sitting right there. I don't know where this goes, but I'll put it in a cup holder and let the guy doing the PDI know, because I don't know if that's supposed to be there. It's just sitting on the block. But this is why you buy the Platinum. The interior in this truck comes well equipped. I will admit though, the Lariat is such a close contender, but once you add all the options on the Lariat, it's just too close in price for me. For me, that is. Like some guys, when I see $5,000 difference, I would shoot for this one simply because of the tailgate, the taillights, the headlights, the projector. I know it's not a lot of benefits, but the Platinum is so hard to find compared to the Lariats. If you do a search, be my guest, you're gonna find a lot more Lariats compared to the Platinums. So I think the resale value is gonna be a little bit better because there's not as many out there, right? Stepping inside is pretty easy. You guys can see, I'm gonna go ahead and start it up. You can actually power fold the mirrors. Also, if you wanna put them in tow mode, check this out. They do slide out on both sides. Nothing new there really, right? You have 3 seat memories. And here's all your controls on the side. Now let's go ahead and push this button. Well, you know, it's probably not going to work simply because of the transport mode. Yeah, transport mode, that's why. So unfortunately I can't show that to you, but I can show you your onboard scales. Actually, I don't know, I may not be able to show you anything. Let's see. Okay, here, so I can show you this. So this is your onboard scales. It actually shows you your payload. I'll show you all the numbers on the door in a second here, but what else I want to show you is your contouring seats are right here. Ford is pretty much the best because they give you top and bottom. GM only gives you the top part of the seats, and you can do driver and passenger, and you can adjust your lumbar top, middle, and bottom. Really nice that they do that for you. And this is a split screen too. You have your Pro trailer backup assist here, trailer brake. This truck has trail turn assist, and you have like 5 unique drive modes, and that's something that Ford's done pretty good, I would say. A lot of prompts coming up. Oh, by the way too, this is what I was going to show you also is your measurement. So you have all your temperatures for their pertinent information and diesel measurements. All this stuff is very important, and most people will like to see this, especially if they're towing. Now back to the drive modes. So you have Eco, Tow Haul, Normal, Slippery, Off-Road, and Rock Crawl is the added one that you don't get with the other trucks. Trail turn assist is right here, and your locker is down below for the rear. You have your wireless charger, USBs, a little bit of storage, and your cup holders. This does slide to give you more cup holders too. Center console, Platinum's a little bit nicer than the other trucks too. This one has the optional lockbox. I actually like this. Me and my wife are gonna be getting some pistols, so we're gonna definitely have to consider these on our next cars because it wouldn't be bad to have that. Here is your heads-up display. Auxiliaries are right there. You have 6 home links, LED lights for the interior, and here's that big old sunroof. On this side, they did revise this cover for the Platinums for 2024, so it's not as nice, unfortunately. And they don't wrap these in leather or anything like that, but nice storage here, and you have storage on the side of the seat. You have a 12 volt, 120 volt plug, so there's 400 watts of power inside the cab. Out back you have tons of power outlets too. You have 2 USBs, you have more power plugs, 120 volt, 12 volt. They give you the most plugs out of all the trucks too. Outboard heated seats, cup holders, seat backs, and right here, more cup holders. Power sliding glass. Let's go ahead and check out the payload. As far as the Platinum Tremor goes, the gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 5,600 pounds. The rear is 7,050. They do reduce that from, I believe, 7,230 pounds without the Tremor package. 12,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating. All-in payload is 3,678 pounds. Now, I didn't mention it earlier, but that winch is a factory installed option. So, oh, I'm sorry, I said factory installed. No, it's a dealer installed option. So it's not on there, so it's not factory installed, obviously. So that winch, I believe, is still factored into that payload, because that's definitely lower than what I've seen in the past. But this truck has a lot of options, so it doesn't have clearance lights. Why don't people, godly man, I hate seeing HD trucks without clearance lights. They look terrible in my opinion. I'm just being honest. I don't like them. But nevertheless, people out here don't like them, so it is what it is. But yeah, this truck does have decent payload still. If you want to tow a, 14,000 pound trailer, you should stay within your axle ratings and your gross vehicle weight rating, assuming you don't get a heavy floor plan with like front living, things like that. But I hope you guys liked the video. This is really a nice truck. And I didn't mention this earlier, but you have 2 interior colors. They have like this Carmelo color that you can get. It's like a 2-tone black and tan, kind of like this color here that you see around the interior. And I think that that's another good one to consider. But be sure to give Larry H. Miller a look up here in Salt Lake City. Let him know you saw the video. See you guys soon.